There really should be no hesitation on taking Josh Allen in that early rounds as your QB1 because he has likely upside to finish QB1 once again. Now, I understand people love the Jalen Hurts, the Lamar Jacksons of the world. Even Anthony Richardson is getting some buzz to finish as a top 5 quarterback. But Josh Allen remains king here. And there's a lot of reasons why. I know there's some hesitation because of the loss of Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. But honestly, I'm okay with the pieces that Josh Allen has. And he's honestly a guy who's going to be able to utilize his abilities to go downfield, to stretch the field with Keon Coleman. We have Khalil Shakir. You have Dalton Kincaid as reliable targets where you still have set pieces where this offense can be very productive. Now, also, I understand a lot of people are looking at last year where he had 15 rushing touchdowns, setting the Bills franchise record there. They're looking at that as that there's no way that can happen again. And I might be on the side where I understand there may be some regression, but Josh Allen has always been a quarterback that could be utilized in the red zone to be able to find his way in the end zone using his legs. So honestly, the gap between him, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, all those other mobile quarterbacks, Kyler Murray, Josh Allen is a guy that is able to air the ball out. There's 4,000 plus yards on the table for a lot of fantasy managers when you're drafting Josh Allen. You're also getting the ability to be able to score 15 rushing touchdowns as well mixed into that. Lamar Jackson, he's not rushing a lot in the red zone. He's not a guy that you're going to be seeing a lot of QB sneaks on the goal line. Jalen Hurts just lost Jason Kelsey, so that formula to the tush push might look a little different. Also worth mentioning, Josh Allen and the Bills made their own little tush push that you saw last season where he's a bigger quarterback where it makes a lot more sense for him to be able to do that to find the end zone more times than not. James Cook and Ray Davis are also there as a 1-2 punch out of that backfield. I do not think that it will be noticeable enough where it'll be taking a hit to Josh Allen's upside to at least get to 8 to 10 rushing touchdowns this season. So I feel as though there should be no hesitation with Joe Brady also as the offensive coordinator going into the season because honestly, Josh Allen looked a lot better on the back end of those 9 games on the regular season. Once Joe Brady took over as the offensive coordinator, he actually ended up averaging more fantasy points per game. Josh Allen's so good, man. Before, with Ken Dorsey in the 10 games in the regular season, he was averaging 22 fantasy points per game. Once Joe Brady took over, the offense is a little bit more spread it out. You had Josh Allen being able to go out there and not be forced to look downfield for Stephon Diggs or unreliable Gabe Davis, where the ball is getting spread around with Khalil Shakir, Dalton Kincaid. All these guys are going to be in the mix to have him way more efficient because Josh Allen ended up averaging 25 fantasy points per game to finish out the regular season. So therefore, again, you have Josh Allen on the board in that early second round with a 206 ADP right now. Now, a lot of people are looking at that like, that's a little expensive, but out of the elite quarterbacks that go in the early rounds, like the first 5 rounds, I feel the best with Josh Allen as my guy because, again, the gap between Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Jalen Hurts, there is 4,000 passing yards on the table for you with like 30 touchdowns where you have the rushing touchdowns as a quick little bonus to all the fantasy points that Josh Allen's able to accumulate. Jalen Hurts, yes, you're going to get rushing yards. Lamar Jackson, of course, you're going to get rushing yards. But there's also questions of Derrick Henry. Is he going to take away some of those opportunities for Lamar Jackson having the rushing opportunity, the rushing yards upside? There's Jalen Hurts where you have Jason Kelsey. He's had a removed piece from that O-line where I think the tush push might not be as effective as it was previous seasons. And also you have Saquon Barkley back there. So he's going to have to eat as well. So Josh Allen really doesn't have anything that is going to be swaying me away from him to be able to be a scorer, being the Josh Allen that we know and love. Not much has changed from this offense other than Stephon Diggs. And we obviously see the offense was able to excel and actually be able to be more efficient and a lot more guys being able to be involved. For this offense, I'm really happy to be getting Josh Allen as my QB1 because he's more likely to finish as the QB1.